Hello Ratbags, it's Jade PLAYSGAMES. Welcome back to another PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds update. Big stuff is coming, it's happening, the launch looks like it's going ahead. There won't be any delays until the game actually comes out at the end of this year. They are actually targeting 2017. I'm looking at December time by the looks of things. And they're going to be having the vaulting system in place in the next few weeks. But the excitement stops there. Normally, with all their updates they've done little testing for like a week or so on a test server, and then they've released it onto the actual main game. They're not doing that with the vaulting system and all the other changes. This is from the Steam update notes. This happened today, earlier on. Update road to launch patch notes for this week. We only have 11 weeks until the end of 2017, and we know we have many questions about a development roadmap. To make sure we deliver PC 1.0 version and Xbox game preview by the end of this year, our development team is hard at work day and night. Today, we would like to share our plans on how we're preparing for PC and Xbox, blah 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 blah. So they've been working on the vaulting, the climbing and the desert map. We've got some new screenshots, there you go guys, you can see the new ones. As well as new vehicles and the 3D replay, which will be a proper replay system where you can actually go and check out the rest of the map. You can literally do what they do when they cast on these big tournaments, run around the map checking people out. So, their development team is heavily focused on developing the builds for PC and Xbox. We will only be focusing on doing our best to stabilise the launch build, and we don't have any plans to deploy patches to live servers except for this week. However, there will be features like vaulting and climbing which have a huge impact on the game and need to be tested for at least a month. We'll be running test servers at least 3 times in preparation for that. So they're not going to be doing, like I told you guys, they're not going to be updating the live servers. It looks like they're saving all the launch content, or the launch content, exactly, they're saving it for launch. The brand new map, the vaulting system, it's all going to be in place by the time it comes out with early access. Through these test servers, we'd like to conduct large-scale tests for the content and features that are not in the live build and create a foundation for a very stable official launch. It's a risky way of doing it, although they'll be actually testing it. You never know what happens when you keep getting so much stress and so many players. 15 million players now own a copy of the game on Steam alone, and with it set to come to Xbox, and I'm predicting November time, it looks like they are going to have to really get their asses in gear to make sure everything's coming. So, the first test server phase is this. They're going to be focusing on testing, vaulting and climbing. The second phase, which will probably be in about 6 weeks, will be more testing, vaulting and climbing, test new features and other content. And then the third phase, which I'm looking at, is probably going to be December time, the beginning of December, will be all new content and features, including the brand new desert map. So it looks like we will not get the desert map until at least December. If going by what they've said here, if they're going to be doing it every 2 to 3 weeks, first phase, that looks like it's coming towards the end of October. Second phase will be the end of November, maybe middle November, and then the third phase will be just about the beginning or middle of December. Content and features that will be in the test servers need to be tested for at least 2 to 4 weeks. It will be very difficult for us to provide a stable service if we rush updates to live servers after short bursts of testing, as we would like to go through rigorous testing to prepare for official launch. We will not be updating new content to live servers and run test servers for a longer period of time instead. So they've done this quite successfully in the past. That's how they've done their zombies mode, where you know there was only a certain amount of people as a team and it meant the zombies had to come and attack them, although it's still restricted to only streamers that have applied. You will be able to try out vaulting and climbing first in late October or early November. We will give you an update on test schedules later. They've changed some leaderboard stuff. The next leaderboard won't be happening until October the 20th, and they're adding first person mode to pretty much every game mode, every area around. There is a small patch, and this will be the last patch that will go live for all servers this week. And there's nothing really much in it, I'll go through it, but decrease the starting island item spawn levels in order to adjust the item balance on the northeast side of Erangel, eliminate the fire animation effect that occurred in the start of an airplane when a player was on fire from a Molotov cocktail. Oh no, that was the best bit. Fix the bug that enables a character to hold a main weapon and frying pan simultaneously. Fix the spectator bug mode of flickering weapon UI icons. So, whoa, bit of a mouthful, and yeah, we're not going to be getting all of the features for everyone. You're going to have to just try and squeeze on them test servers. Now, them test servers, there aren't a lot of them. So, yeah, getting on them may be a bit of a tricky issue once they're actually live. PC Gamer were the actual website that have got like exclusiveness to the actual new system. So let's go and take a look at the map anyway, give a bit more detail. like a plane crash right in the middle. Now remember, this desert is meant to be like 4 times smaller than the average map. It's going to be a bit of a close combat map, so this desert area looks a bit interesting. Plenty of cover with these trees as well, like there's loads of these trees and bushes absolutely everywhere. The report goes on to say that they find the map is absolute chock-a-block with buildings and trees. In fact, there's going to be so much of it, there'll be loads of spots for snipers to hide and stuff. The different terrain though in the map will mean that the driving ability will change as you're going over different sort of structures or materials, surfaces. So remember, you have got vaulting and climbing, so in theory you should be able to climb on top of this conveniently placed wall that has 3 sections, jump on top of the bus, jump on top of the canister, and maybe even get on top of that roof from the ground position. That's what it's meant to offer. That's what the vaulting and climbing is really there for. So it will be interesting to see how it mixes the game up. I think even with 15 million players, the hype is still there, but I'm sure lots of long-time Pubg players who play it day in, day out will be dying to try a new map and get something going on. The report goes on to say it's very much based on Mexico. There's even a colourful wrestling arena. There is an ancient meteor impact crater, and there's little towns inside them as well. The report goes on to say that the actual climbing and vaulting system feels really good. It's extremely smooth and kinetic. Run into a church through the front door, I give the back door a miss, instead clamber onto the window ledge and hop out to the ground. Then I climb back in and repeat the move a few more times. In a small town consisting of a few crumbling shops, I mantle out of one building through a window, vault over a fence, and then leap into the window of another building, all while sprinting at top speed. I then run back the same way, retracing my steps and leaps until I manage to make the entire route feel natural and physical. It's easy to manage frenzied chases through buildings and alleys, quick and athletic dashes through towns and villages, and hasty escapes from ambushes or thrown grenades using this new movement system. And if anyone had any concerns about what it's going to be like for them cheaters that are plaguing the game at the moment, good authority from players that are playing it every day. There seems to be a huge increase in hackers playing the game at the moment. They have been banning people left, right and centre. They've banned twice as many as they had done up until that point. So in September they said they'd banned 150,000, or let alone since then they've banned 300,000 players. And if you don't know, if you didn't catch my news story, I am really anticipating it's going to be coming in time for the Xbox One X launch. That won't be the full game, it will be the early access part of it on Xbox. But it would be absolutely a really good PR move to get it ready and going for the Xbox One X launch. So expect Pubg to launch in the next 2 to 3 weeks on Xbox. So there we go, that is another PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds update done and dusted. Make sure you're tuned in to me, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you've got all the information to keep up to date on your favourite and latest games. I am JADEPG. I will see you ratbags later on.